Hello and welcome back. You're here with the Lone Wolf. I found this excellent thread on Quora.com about the reasons why men aren't interested in relationships anymore. And to the somewhat innocent sounding questioner, could you explain why that is? So let's go through. There were some quite insightful responses when I checked this thread a few days ago. So Corey says, this all depends on my mood because sometimes intermittently I do really want to be in a relationship, but mostly no. The reasons I give myself for not wanting to be in a relationship when I feel like not wanting one are: number one, putting myself out there when there is no guaranteed upside doesn't seem like fun to me. It seems more like a version of hell. Dating is not fun. Oh, Corey, you're absolutely on point. I would honestly rather have an arranged marriage and just be able to go on with my life than being forced to seek out some sort of Disney version of love. Oh, that's an absolute fact. There is very little guaranteed upside. It's like buying a stock knowing it's going to go down and yet you still buy it anyway. So not the most advisable decision. Number two, true love exists. It has to be made, however, over time. True love is mature love, but I just don't care enough to seek it out and go through all the years of hurt and disappointment it entails in finding and moulding yourself to it. It's just not worth the hassle, especially if the hassle might lead to me being humiliated countless times. Number three, I have better things to do, especially when the things I enjoy won't possibly humiliate me. Oh man, that's an absolute fact. This guy is pure lone wolf. Pure lone wolf. I don't see the upside when you're in a relationship you're afraid of losing it. I am too preoccupied with my own endeavours, I write, to keep the attention of anyone. Yeah, I mean, as Henry Rollins said in his interview with Joe Rogan, how can you, if I'm going to sit there and say, if the girlfriend is going to say to you, what are we doing this evening? And it's a Friday night and you're like, well, I'm going to sit here and write a novel for 6 hours. The relationship will obviously cease to function. But, you know, if you've got passions and endeavours that you're trying to achieve in your life and you're driven and you're a go-getter, that's got to come first, man. Number five, I like solitude. It's really hard for me to get lonely, and if I do, I just take a walk in the park during the day when people are about, and that's enough socialising that I need. I'm an introvert and people literally drain me. I can certainly empathise with that view. I do like being around people. I've got a good group of friends that I speak to, and very close to my own family members, but there are times when I just want to be by myself. And I don't know about you guys out there, if you live by yourself and you get used to the solitude of being able to do what you want and have the place the way you like it, any sort of threats that come into that can, endanger that, you really want to sort of protect it and put the shields up. So, yeah, I completely empathise with this point on that. Love is not static, it requires endless worry and upkeep, and I would rather not have that stress. Yeah. I'm too involved with myself to make or care enough to try to make someone happy. Truthfully, I don't think I can make others happy, not because I am depressed, no doubt you think I am, but most of the things I must thoroughly enjoy are solitary and thus boring to others. I do have friends, I'm not a loner, but the enjoyment I derive from being with them is less than the enjoyment I get by being alone and doing the stuff I like to do alone. I just want to be left alone and be allowed to be happy in my own right. I don't need another person to make me whole. I mean, this guy is just taking from, it's the book of the wolf. I have a right hand and I don't need to take out on dates with what limited income I have. I'm sorry that was misogynistic, but I'm no damn incel brat whining about the world. Why don't women adore me? Woe is me, I hate women. Women are the future and I'm cool with that. Incels are just projecting their self-hatred onto women, but that's fine. I can't discern whether a woman likes me as a friend or romantically, and I've ruined too many friendships by guessing that they are interested in me. For me, once I tell a woman my true feelings and I'm rejected, I can't remain friends. The rejection is too painful. It's like a splinter in my mind leading either to rage and bitterness or a pathetic sort of sulking. I need to break things off completely and forget about my feelings and move on, do my own thing. Taking that risk, that leap of faith, just isn't worth it. And yes, I'm totally aware that I'm romantically repressed, but I choose the middle path between rage and depression, individuation. And lastly, 11, the times I really want to be with someone often leading to me feel like ish. That feeling of wanting to be with someone and the pain and sadness thereafter has led to a cycle of negative reinforcement. And humans, like all animals, are pain averse, so it is only logical that we try and stop the hurt, which in my case is romance. This may blow your mind after reading all that depressing-ish to you, but I am content, fulfilled, and happy with my life. I don't often seek out romantic relationships, but if the possibility comes about, then I certainly won't turn it down. I am happy as I am, but if someone sees me and wants to try to share their life with me, I certainly won't stop them. Nothing, in fact, could make me happier. I'm just happy as I am and don't see a reason in shaking things up. The happiness and contentment I've found has been a struggle, a long struggle, and I'm not going to blow that up for just some fleeting desire, some mindless urge that will ebb in a few weeks. If you want to know me, then make your intentions known, otherwise I'm not coming down from my fortress. Well done, Corey, for articulating the views of a lot of men and the reasons why they don't engage in relationships anymore in the 21st century. Jeremy, what's he got to say? Well, there's some bizarre stuff here. I'm a dog. I need more than one cat. My baseball bat isn't satisfied by one cat. I don't believe in the concept of relationship, love, marriage, or being constricted to one person. I enjoy having relations with multiple partners without being limited. Relationships, including marriage, aren't about love. It's solely based around money. It's cheaper to pay as you go, meaning I can have variety and different types of cat. I'm not stuck with one cat. He's got a fascination with cats, this fella. I've thought about being in a relationship or married to one person. For me, I could never subject myself to the madness. I'm a black male with a master's degree. I'm a red commodity, especially in the USA. I travel abroad from time to time. The world is truly mine when it comes to being a dog and chasing cats. My father showed me the definition of marriage in Black's Law Dictionary. It said marriage is the legal union of a man and woman. Then he asked me, where does it say love? That really helped awaken my mind in my early 20s. I'm now 39 and relish my father showing this to me. Well, that is a gem. I mean, among all the other stuff where he's talking about felines, yeah, he's hit the nail on the head with some real logic there. It is a legal union. It's not, you're not obligated to love someone by signing a government contract. I see people in my world going on and on about relationships, love and marriage, but privately many men and women admit to me that they love to be single like me. I can go out, spend my money, do whatever I want, and come home whenever I want. I don't have to deal with constant calls and texts. When I put my key in my lock, I won't hear nagging and complaining. I know that being in a relationship isn't my thing. I'm honest about who I am and what I want out of life. I have women that still want relationships with me, even after I tell them everything up front. In the end, I will never be in a relationship. There's too many kitty cats that I want to make. Legit. Legend. John Smith, a typical Anglo-Saxon name. After being single for 32 years, so my whole life, I've honestly got to a point where having a relationship seems more trouble than it's worth. Pros: love and maybe start a family, intimacy, somebody to talk to about personal stuff, somebody to do stuff with that is more than a friend. I mean, look, man, you've got friends to talk to about personal stuff, like your close friends. I'd sooner talk to a very close friend about some personal stuff than, brothers and family, than anything else, than a girlfriend or a partner. Cons: spending a lot of money I don't have on going out or on my phone or calls, messages, texting on phone a lot every day seems tiring. Yeah, and it's a waste of time. You might as well do something that's going to get a reward or return. Doing what they like, so having to endure that. Being there for them always, think about important dates, getting along with all their friends and family, putting up with a pet I don't like. Getting angry when she uses female logic, that is what I call when women think that men know what they are thinking. Easy example: yes, you can go out now with your friends while really thinking, if you even try, I'll be screaming at you for hours later. Oh man, yeah, if that happens, well, nobody has the right to tell you that you can't go out and see your friends, and that's a fact. She's not fine but refuses to say anything else, but I'm fine, then later gets angry because I don't listen or because I don't care enough. Never being able to decide a simple thing. I don't care if we listen to different music, that doesn't mean we should hate each other. Let's just have a couple more here. The easy answer is that it's too much work. I'm speaking about monogamous heterosexual relationships. I like my private time. I prefer to do most things alone. I like going to restaurants alone. I like going to movies alone. I love walking in the park alone. Having a girlfriend along means I'm constantly having to talk about things, stop when she is tired or wants to do something else or gets hungry. I have to coordinate my schedule with her. I have to constantly read body language and be aware of her moods. If I do become comfortable with a woman, there's no guarantee she won't fall for someone else and leave with almost no notice. There is just too much involved. I've tried relationships in the past and realised they weren't for me. And it goes on. I mean, everyone, all these answers, where dating is a waste of time. Derek Lynn. The more I spend The more time I spend with women, the less time I'm spending on my business. Dating is a waste of money. Women just want free food and trips. I'm not a foodie and I prefer solo travel. Very low ROI. So again, more and more men are thinking of this in terms of cost-benefit analysis and applying, I guess, financial or accounting principles to these actions in their day-to-day lives, and it's very good to see. They're doing this sort of what's the upside? Constantly asking what's the upside. So again, if you're applying these principles in your personal life and also in your financial life, you're on a course towards great things, in my opinion. And I'm going to do another video soon on the importance of that mindset for finance. I don't trust women to be loyal. They are only loyal to money, materialistic pursuits, and opportunity. Modern American or European-based women are too masculine. Oh, that's a fact, absolute fact. I can totally empathize there. Marriage is not at all beneficial for men. You can get the same without being legally bound and losing half plus of your assets. I enjoy my peace. Women are typically disruptors of peace, and I enjoy my own company. I mean, look, if there was a group of women out there who literally would guarantee peace in a man's life, they could name their price, all right? Literally name their price. Because a guy doesn't want to go out in his day-to-day business fighting wars and then come home and fight another war in his home every single day. He just wants to get home, have a peaceful environment where he can relax and recharge, ready to go again the following day. And that's all most men want. That's literally all they're asking for with women. They want someone they're attracted to, who is pleasant to be around and provides peace. That's it. End of. They haven't got this endless list of requirements. Continues, I don't want children, especially if she decides to leave and take said children and child support. No thanks. Women are great as friends to work with, do business with, talk to, for relations, but not to be in a one-to-one relationship. Yeah, and I think most men in this space feel the same way. I mean, they all have close friends who are women and work relationships with them as well. But they just won't date, like, for all the reasons that we've been talking about on the channel. All right, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I think we've seen enough. A lot of these answers are consistent on this thread, and just provide an overview of some of the reasons why men are no longer interested in relationships, full stop. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.